This is one of the best Japanese hot hatches created in years, and in Gran Turismo 7 it's really good. I mean, 4-wheel drive, just under 300 horsepower, under 1500 kgs, which means decent acceleration. Handling can be hit or miss, but honestly it's a good driving experience and you can't really complain about it. And luckily for us, in Gran Turismo 7 we can actually push it to its limits, because somehow we can actually slap a 2JZ in it. Because with it having a 2JZ in it, well, the car now produces almost 900 brake horsepower. 900 brake horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and being extremely lightweight. Well, it means your competition will be of well, McLaren P1 GTRs and Ferrari FXXK. So yeah, it's very fast. It sounds absolutely incredible, and it is almost the perfect engine swap for the GR Corolla. That is until now, because we see the engine that we can now put into the GR Corolla is coming out of the Dodge Challenger Demon, which is just absolutely wild to me. So we put in a 6.1 liter, almost 6.2 liter V8 into the GR Corolla. It's actually cheaper than the 2JZ swap, and already you can see it shoots the power up to 840 brake horsepower, almost matching the fully upgraded 2JZ. And the thing is, we can still upgrade the Demon engine. Now, we also saw with us adding the Dodge Demon engine, well, it also increased the weight by 120 kgs, but hopefully with weight reduction we'll actually be able to drop that weight back down to a lighter tone. So what we're gonna do is just chuck in every possible part to see how much power we can actually get out of this engine, and just like that we are already over 1000 brake horsepower, which is absolutely no joke. 1100 horsepower now, and it's just going, it just keeps increasing, and that's just so wild to me. So now, fully kitted out, we have 1186 brake horsepower, which is just absolutely nuts, and then we still have 1243 kg. So the vehicle is a lot lighter in standard and is producing almost triple, no, not even 6, almost quadruple the power. Almost quadruple the power is going into the GR Corolla. Will it be able to handle it? Well, we're gonna find out. But before we do that, we have to see, obviously, customization. We have to have it match. It's not a sleeper build. We need people to know, okay, this is upgraded. And as you can see, we do have a wide body kit for 10,000 credits, which does add these black arches onto the wheels, which actually isn't bad, genuinely, considering the fact that it's not just stretching the standard fenders out. I actually prefer this, like adding an over fender onto it. But yeah, then we still have obviously the two options for front lip, two options for side skirt, two options for a rear diffuser, and two options for a rear wing. Then obviously roll cage customization, normal typical customization, and that is it done. So customization isn't really that crazy on it, but it's not bad. So first experience now with the Demon Swap GR Corolla. Lordy. Ooh, okay, this has so much power. I mean, it has a bad start, and what we do almost 300 kilometers per hour. That is 300 under braking. Yo, it's just so aggressive. Oh, I like it. Shift. Let's see, under braking. Come on, turn. Don't tell me that understeer is gonna be the downfall of this build, because we're gonna try with the wheel now, and then we'll probably jump onto controller to just make sure, yeah, the front right wheel is spinning, crying out in agony as we try to put over 1000 horsepower, down to the ground. Come on, off the wall, calm down, off the wall, come on, power. I spun out. Turn in. Yo, it does not turn. It doesn't turn. That was so bad. I think I need to go back and play with the settings, because right now this really is not it. Okay, we are across the line now doing a 1 minute 38, which is not really that good, but 1 minute 38 is better than what's a 1:59. So let's just head back on over to tuning sheets and see what's actually going on. So tuning sheets, first things first, bump this up. Bump this up out of it, increase the height to 115, yeah, squared. That should be okay. Initial talking, I drop down, drop this down, this we actually gonna do 25, do that. Downforce isn't too bad, could be better, but I think we'll run with this like really squared up setup in it and see how this works. Now that's a lap time. We just ran a 1 minute 31.5. I didn't even speak because that's how focused I was. But obviously, takeaway from running a fast lap in this car, under hard braking, the rear end tends to lock up. So the correction, what you can do to change that is doing a brake controller, like the brake adjustment bias. You can change that, and that should alleviate that problem. I stiffened the suspension up quite a lot, but the fact that the car is still 4-wheel drive, if you are trying to turn and you are still under full acceleration, well, simply the vehicle is just not going to turn. It's gonna run wide, so you do need to just like feather the throttle. You need to be on and off in order to just like pull the reins of the horse. That's what you want to do in order to get it to like really yay. You wanna off on as you try to just rein the vehicle around the corner. That's the best way I can put it. Look, I'm not the best when it comes to setting up a vehicle, but I think a 1 minute 31.5 really isn't bad at all. And to just see how good that time actually is, there's no other better car to compare it to than the 2JZ GR Corolla. We just ran a 1 minute 32.4. It's so easy to drive, and because it's so easy to drive, you can just set fast lap times. And I mean, look, even with me just running back again, I'm saving so much time compared to previous lap time. It's what, 300 horsepower down on the Hellcat swap, but not Hellcat, on the Demon swap. But even though it's like 300 horsepower down, you don't feel the difference. We just ran a 1 minute 30.0. It's so unbelievably quick. It's so easy to drive. It's just not the Demon swap. Okay, I'm gonna steal. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna steal the settings for this car and put it into Demon swap and see if that changes anything. So we put in the tuning setup from, well, the suspension setup from the 2JZ swap, and we're gonna see if it helps anyway, but I really don't think it does, because with the way the power is delivered in this compared to 2JZ, it's apples and oranges. It really is not the same thing. And because of that, well, as you can see, the handling simply is not good. It really just is not the best, and because of that you still have understeer, you still have just not the best handling. But oh my word, is this an amazing drift build. There's probably a setup where you can dial it in and it'll be absolutely rapid, but with my capabilities I just have not found it. I probably will play around with it more, but right now the 2JZ swapped GR Corolla, it is extremely fast, just as fast, no, it's actually faster than this engine swap, even though this one has a lot more power. But due to the fact of, well, you have to fight the vehicle to really control it, that's what slows you down. There's more than enough power on the straightaway, so if your circuit has massive straightaways, you need to go for the demon swap. However, if you're just looking for fast, consistent lap times, stick with the 2JZ.